Howdy gamers, Unus here, playing what I want, when I want, so we can have some fun. Back with SimCity, and you know, it's kind of funny whenever I hit the record button in some games, it takes a screenshot or brings up options, or I need to pick a different button. No, I would not like to change anything. So, as you can see, this is literally the best the game can get. Alrighty, so we got our subdivision built, garbage is picked up, we got a green budget here, we got jobs, we got people, we got power, we got fire stations. Alright, we're awesome. So now, let's be awesomer. What do we need? Well, it's not so much what we need, it's more what we want right now. They want a little more, consumer services. So, we're gonna put down a little more, man, I'm having brain farts all the time. Commercial. I forget words. I English good. So, commercial. Having a subdivision here, where would they want commercial? Well, there's a big ol' road going from one city to the other city. When's the last big road you drove down that doesn't have stores along the side of it? Right here. We're gonna put some small shops lining that road. They're not as big as they could be. They're only 2 land units thick. But that's good. I'm gonna put some more 3-unit thick shops right here. So we have a little commercial area. Another thing, if people take this road to get to their jobs from here, they will drive past all these commercial areas, which will make these areas more valuable later. Now, these are not permanent things, and a lot of things will shift even late game because these type of subdivision areas literally don't exist in big urban cities. I don't know if you just saw that, but right here, one shop. That's all we wanted. We just need a new cigarette store. Okay, Mr. Sim. Well, I gave you more, and you're gonna like me for that, and you're gonna re-elect me as mayor. Get it? Yeah. Subdivision there. Good. Let's see, what else? They need more jobs. So, the coal power plant's here, and because it's a coal power plant, they're going to be surrounded by a ton of industry, because we need a lot of industry to have a productive city, to bring more people into our beautiful city. You know what, technically this one is kind of off the subdivision too, so I'm just going to put some cheap commercial down in there. Now, one more thing. Whenever you put down new industrial, you kind of got to double check your fire coverage. Fire coverage only covers this area. So we're going to put down another fire station there. Now there are more than one level of fire stations and hospitals and police stations and all this other stuff that's magical right now and we haven't seen, so we don't know what it does yet. But right now all I need are these 2 tiny fire stations. I don't need to cover the entire city yet because my budget can't take it, and right now we are spewing money into our city. And I want that to last as long as possible. A green budget is a nice budget. What else? Well, we just built more jobs, so what they want is more farms. But you know what? Having played SimCity for 1 billion hours, I still have no freaking idea what the farms do. They are not very good at building up a population. They look realistic, so that, like, from the region area, it looks like you have some sort of civilization there. I've heard that they do a lot of water pollution, but other than that, I have no idea. So it's only at the very beginning game that I put down farms in case I just go, oh, you know what? Save and exit the region. And then, like, from the air, when it gets there, the city looks a little more realistic. It looks like something is being built there, rather than just, you know, a green blob and then a block of gray. So let's go back to New Yorkshireton. Alright, so what do we need to do? More people. We need more people. Should we build another subdivision? Yeah, I'm gonna build a smaller one, but this one's gonna be special. I'll show you why once I'm done. So these are roads kinda off the main road. Let's build houses off of them. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, road. Boom. That there. That there. Let's make it a weird three-way intersection, because some civil engineer had a brain fart and he decided to make things stupid. Let's have that go all the way to the avenue, all the way to the avenue. And we're going to build this out here all the way to the avenue. We're going to have this run through there for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I'm just putting down random roads right now. And it'll look better in the future. You'll see why once everything's built up. Like I said, I think it was in the last video, there are a ton of YouTube videos kind of bragging by how many people they managed to fit on a certain map. Well, those cities look like crap. A lot of them cheated. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, road. A lot of them cheated. And to me, that defeats the purpose of playing the friggin' game. If you're gonna cheat, it's like, woohoo, you typed in text. You don't feel any sense of achievement whenever you're done. And that's the point. Is to, you know, play this game and at the end marvel at your own achievement. I don't know, it makes you feel good. So, let's say this goes there. That's enough in and outs. And that there. Oh, there we go. One more. Now I have absolutely no idea who's gonna fit into this, so let's just start building houses. And I like to pause whenever I put in houses. These are going to be a little weird, having to be staggered. It took me so long to figure out that, like, you could adjust the zones using the Alt, Shift, and Control keys. Once I figured that out, it's like, oh my god, my cities look so much less stupid because I'm able to, like, direct where the houses point. Things like that, and it doesn't automatically put down roads. And I like that feature sometimes, but sometimes you just have an intended look for your city. And, you know, you have a vision. And that helps achieve that vision, having this ability. This is why I waited at the beginning, so that I have the cash to do this. It takes a lot of cash to build a, you know, technically a subdivision, as I call it. And staggered once again. I don't really like the staggered ones. I wish the newer games have it. I only wish that this game had an ability to build diagonal zones. But unfortunately, that's a negative. Oh, that one only does 2. Oh well. Let's see. I'm gonna leave enough room there for other things. Again, you'll see why in the future. Because the late game in this is just as much fun as the early game. And I guess, well, there is a mid-game, but that goes through real fast. You either, like, think about it and execute properly, or you tank and you fail. And honestly, I don't know how you do that. Like, I don't know how you fail this game if you just think a little bit and go, oh my god, my expenses are bigger than my income. Maybe I shouldn't have built that huge $6 billion stadium right next to a coal power plant with no fire, station, and it burned to the ground. This game is a little bit common sense. So, I'm going to leave a blank spot there just to remind me that I want to expand this road through to something else. I don't know what I'll build. But that right there, that's another subdivision. It doesn't have power yet because it's not physically connected with anything. So I'm going to go ahead and connect it from the farm. Always, it's not entirely a random thing. Disasters are not a concern in this game. Only you can really do it. But I like to try and make my cities durable, so I always connect things in more than one spot, in case, like, Car Godzilla wrecks these power lines, and this whole subdivision will lose power because that one connection killed it. So let's go ahead and speed it up again. So, you want cheap people in your city. Come, my minions. Damn it, I don't want to hire high school. I wish you guys could hear this through my headphones because I can hear myself talking, and that was awesome with like an evil echo. So, higher water solution. Gee, I don't want to build a bigger water plant because I don't have a single one. Suck it. So, once again, waiting for this to like get a little meatier before I do anything to it. I haven't even taken a look at my population yet. I've just followed the formula that I've followed for like the last year playing this game. And this is like the inefficient formula. I used to be one of those people that like engineer your city. Like I say, checkerboard. I know how to do the checkerboard, but it's not fun. And so I sit here and I make cities that are fun. Like here, there are blank spots in this subdivision. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it look a little more realistic. I'm going to plant some trees there and plant some trees there. And so, whenever this gets bigger, oh, crap. Now, you're supposed to have fire coverage over your whole city. However, I have 2 fire trucks, or fire stations. They may be on the other side of the map. Let's race. Let's see who gets there first. 1 or 2. Holy shit, that's a 3-building fire. That fire jumped the street. What, was someone playing like flamethrower hockey? Holy crap. a good thing I sent both of them. Alright, 1-1. 1-1. 1-1 the race. But on a small map like this, one fire truck is pretty much enough to handle any fire that pops up early game. Like, there we go. It only needed one of the fire trucks. And that whole fire was taken out because of that one house. Therefore, that one house almost burned down a subdivision, and I shall dub it the Crackhouse. There we go. So now we know where the Crackhouse is. Might want to put police coverage there, but our budget can't afford it. Says the best mayor of all time. Back to trees. Alright, got some maple trees, got some of this, got some of that, got some of that. A little bit of everything, because, I mean, unless you're making like a beach city, which, you know, you would have palm trees or something like that. A little bit of diversity helps make it look a little better. So, we have the Crackhouse. Now, I built this subdivision with an intention. I was gonna put a school here because this is far away from the pollution, and so all the rich people are here. So the Crackhouse is gonna be with the rich people, alright? You have little Miss Stevens down the street cooking meth. She gives out candy on Halloweens. Oh, the trees are starting to come up. Once again, I am a money sponge. I'm getting $3,000 a month. And all this is just from basic taxes. I haven't adjusted the taxes at all. I haven't even shown you guys the tax window. There's so much to show in this game. And this game's been out for so long, I figure, you know, you people know what this is. And like I said before, if you've never seen this game before, shut up, turn the computer off, and download it on Steam. You can get it anytime you want on the computer off the internet, so you have absolutely no excuse for not having this game. Oh, what else? Oh yeah, Crackhouse for the educated. Now, basic education starts with an elementary school, and hey, that actually turned out pretty well. I randomly made that subdivision, but it's just as big as the default an elementary school bus radius. And I'm waiting for something to happen. Is it gonna happen? I don't know, sometimes, there we go. The teachers are being a bitch, and they decide to leave. This happens nearly every time. I could have avoided it, but it's kind of funny. In new residential areas, babies are a big thing. And so, if you plop down an elementary school, there's going to be a lot of students in that elementary school. It takes a while for the population to kind of even out age-wise. That's part of the mid-game, I would say. So now, we upped the payment a little. Local funding's now 126. We're fine. The only thing a big elementary school does, this is late game. Notice the cost difference. 300, monthly cost 400. 2,100 cost, monthly cost 2,000. But this educates a whole freaking lot more kids. Like, this is skyscraper amount kids, and that's why it's there in the first place. Now, one more thing, libraries are also pretty good. This is going to be my better people, air quotes, subdivision with the Crackhouse. But libraries are good for adults to maintain education. So we're gonna put a library somewhere. I don't want the library in the subdivision, because you never like walk down the street and find a library on a cul-de-sac in the middle of a lot of houses. So I'm gonna kind of put it a little bit funky. I still want to cover a lot, but I want to put it on a corner, like one of these corners. No. This. There. Now we have a library in our city, and a lot of people are going to be a lot more educated. And let's see if we can expand that. No, we can't. That's as big as it gets. But not a lot of people go to the library right now, so we're just going to have double the amount of books that they ask for. And it's only 18 bucks, so alright. We're being, you know, rich miser assholes. Right now, see, I've referenced early game, late game, mid game a lot, and usually I refer to early game as you cover the entire land in zones, like the other city, like Yorkshireton was. But I'm gonna try, like I said, how many times have I said like? I had a badass counter on my Dynasty Warriors. I'm gonna have to have a like counter on my SimCities. I try to play outside of my comfort zone, and let's do that now. Let's try and jump into the mid-game before we cover the entire map. So, I'm trying to get this subdivision to be just a little bit better than the other ones. Therefore the better people. You can't live there. No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them water. And these don't have to follow the streets, but again, realism, and only when it doesn't, like this little section doesn't get water, so I'm just going to reach out a little bit there, just like this. I'm going to reach out a little bit there, and I'm going to run a pipe across this street, run a pipe across this street, and reach out. There. Now this whole subdivision has water, and let's hope a water tower is enough for that. I don't know if I can get a statistic there. Alright, great. Yeah, well, that's way more than enough. So that'll probably be enough even when we've built up this. So we have a poor subdivision. We have a better subdivision. I have an experience with SimCity where they are either mansions or like just people crammed into these tiny little, you know, low-income houses. It's really hard for me to get like middle class. Now, I know to get higher income stuff, you need education, you need water, and it needs to be a nice area, like don't put it next to the power plant, things like that, avoid pollution. Yeah. I'm gonna ask everybody out there, if you watch my videos and you know the secret, what is the key to keeping houses middle class as opposed to rich mansions? Because I don't know. Yep, there we go. Poor house to mansions. Oh, look, the Crackhouse is turning into a mansion. All we can do is wait. Oh, I guess that's all we're gonna get. Oh well. I was expecting a little more, growth than this. So I'm just gonna let it run and see how many people move into my city, and I will come back in a little bit. Howdy gamers, I'm back. I assumed because so many mansions popped up so fast, I thought that this area, like the Crackhouse, might turn into a mansion. Turns out it didn't. This is as good as it gets. So I checked the video that I was recording, and it's a little longer than I thought it would be, so I think it's a good idea to stop here. I guess we'll go to the mid-game later. I'll do another video of this, so it'll pop up, because I want to see some skyscrapers. So, if you like this video, don't forget the subscribe button. If you don't like it, you're probably not watching right now anyway. So, I will see you guys in another video. Have a good one.